Alright, so it's time to make a video I know quite a few people have been waiting for, so this is long overdue. This NOCO Genius charger, the G3500, has a battery repair mode, and a lot of people are curious as to whether that works or not, so I'm going to do a little experiment here and put this thing through the test. So, got my battery. Got some distilled water, got a little flashlight, battery terminal cleaner, my safety glasses, a little flat blade screwdriver. So the instructions for the NOCO charger, and I've got my Schumacher load tester. So what I'm going to do, we're going to load test this battery, see where it's at. After that, I'm going to pop the caps off the top here and check the water level. And I'm going to go through what the instruction manual says about the battery repair mode, so let's get into this. Alright, so first things first, get my safety glasses on, and I'm going to do a load test on this just to see where we're at. Alright, so the open circuit voltage is pretty decent. 1251. It's kind of bouncing around there a little bit. The CCA of this battery is 595. So we're got 595 set on the load tester. Do the test. It says it's doing 250 CCA, which indicates a bad cell. So according to the load test, this is a bad battery. So this is basically the perfect scenario to test out this Genius charger. So the next thing I'm going to do is get these caps off and check the water level. So I just got a nice flat blade screwdriver. Just gently pry these up. You know, and keep in mind that there's acid on here, so you want to wear gloves and be careful. You don't want this splashing around. You know, perfect example. Picture of the battery exploding in someone's face, so something to be taken seriously. These batteries are basically have the potential of a bomb, so always keep that in mind. Alright, so take a look at the water level in here. Looks like most of it's pretty good. Looks like this cell is down a little bit. So it's probably really hard to see, but basically you want the plates to be submerged in water. So this cell, I can actually see the water is a little low. So I'm going to fill these cells up with this distilled water, get them topped off, and then I'll go through the instructions of the NOCO charger for doing this repair procedure. Alright, got the battery topped off with water. Actually took more water than I thought it was going to. It's probably going to be really difficult to see. And you can see how much came out of the gallon container of water. So got them all filled up. Nice and equal. And this battery I believe I bought this battery, it's probably like October of 2007. So I guess that should be expected. I never really checked the water on this, so shame on me. But all things considered, actually in pretty decent shape. So put this back up here. Alright, so I'm just going to place these on top of here. Not really going to push them back in. And then the other thing I want to do is clean these terminals up. Alright, so going through the instructions, just going to read it verbatim right out of here. It says, using 12 volt repair, press and hold. 12 volt repair is an advanced battery recovery mode for repairing and storing old, idle, damaged, stratified, or sulfated batteries. Not all batteries can be recovered. Batteries tend to become damaged if kept at low charge and or never given the opportunity to receive a full charge. The most common battery problems are battery sulfation and stratification. Both battery sulfation and stratification will artificially raise the open circuit voltage of the battery, causing the battery to appear fully charged while providing low capacity. Use 12 volt repair in attempts to reverse these problems. For optimum results, take the 12 volt battery through a full charge cycle, bringing the battery to full charge before using this mode. 12 volt repair can take up to 4 hours to complete the recovery process and will return to standby when completed. It also goes on to say, caution, use this mode with care. This mode is for 12 volt lead acid batteries only. This mode uses a high charging voltage and may cause some water loss in wet flooded cell batteries. Be advised, some batteries and electronics may be sensitive to high charging voltages. To minimize risk to electronics, disconnect the battery before using this mode. Okay, so do not use this mode on an AGM battery, absorbed glass mat. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to hook up the charger and I'm going to let it go through a charging process just like it states to do in the manual. So I think we're good to go. Got the terminals cleaned. There's water in there, so all that's set. So next thing is to charge this thing. I think I'm going to charge it on the 3.5 amp mode, so do that next. Alright, have the leads connected. Red to the positive, black to the negative terminal. And go ahead and plug this in. So, let's see. I'm going to do the 12 volt normal setting, which is a 3.5 amp. It's about 11:50 in the morning, so we'll see how long this takes to charge up. Alright, it's been charging for about 4 hours now. So up to the 75% mark. And you can see the cells are all bubbling, except for this one over here. So that's the one that was lowest on water. But it's actually a good thing because that's really going to put this repair mode to the test. So I mean, it's kind of bubbling. It's got really, really small little bubbles, but The other 5 cells, you can actually see them bubbling up. So I'm going to wait until this charger gets to 100%, see how long that takes. Might need a couple more hours. We'll see what happens. Alright, finally got it all charged up. Took about 8 hours total. So I think what I'm going to do now is just kind of let it relax overnight and see where it's at after it sits for a while, and then get into trying to use that repair mode. Alright, I figured I'd do a load test. Just got done charging, so we'll see what the difference, if any, in the load test is. Alright, so still says it has a bad cell, 405 cold cranking amps. So that's good. I mean, it says that the battery's still bad, which that one cell still is not bubbling, so we're really going to put this repair mode to the test. So this actually worked out pretty good. See what happens. Alright, so getting ready to do the repair mode. Charge the battery up on Sunday. I let it just kind of relax Monday and Tuesday, so left it off the charger. So today's Wednesday. So this morning I put it back on the charger. I put it on the 0.9, 9/10 of an amp charge mode. Basically let it sit on the charger for pretty much the whole day. Probably got a good 8 hours of it sitting on there. So, it's kind of basically just maintaining it. So, it's been off of there for a couple hours now. Just been letting it relax a little bit. So, I'm gonna load test it right now, and then throw this repair mode on there, and we'll see what happens as far as the load test. See if it brings this battery back. Alright, so the open circuit voltage is a little inflated because, like I said, I had it on the charger earlier. So 595. So it's reading 402 again. So pretty close to what it was at before. So like I said, we're gonna get this thing hooked up to the charger. Alright, so got it on the repair mode. Alright, so voltage is at 14. It's climbing a little bit, so I think this mode will get up to about 16 volts. I don't know if you saw that open circuit. Let's see. Alright, so I'm probably just going to let this let this go for about an hour and I'll come back and we'll do another voltage reading. Alright, so about an hour into this, the repair light's still going. Check the voltage. Down to 1360. This was up to 15. So, and it's not bubbling as vigorously as it was. So I don't know if that's just part of the repair mode. I think it might just keep shocking it with voltage, you know, getting it up to 15 and then bringing it back down. But the other thing is that one cell that was not bubbling is still not bubbling, so to see what happens, check it in another hour. Alright, it's been about 5 hours now, so I think it's pretty much done. Just holding steady at 1340. And the highest voltage I saw it get up to was about 15 volts. And you can see all the, you know, it was bubbling pretty vigorously because you got the kind of splashed around the side of the cells there, but I still didn't see this one cell bubbled at all, so I don't know, guess we're gonna find out. Throw the load tester on there and see what happens. Alright, so it's only showing 410 CCA. Still says it's got a bad cell, so I would say that the repair mode didn't work. So yeah, I don't know about repair mode. So I don't know, I wouldn't say that it doesn't work, but it obviously didn't work in this particular scenario. I think that one cell, maybe the plates are just shorting out or something, or I mean the water was pretty low and the plates actually look like they're corroded when you look in there. The other thing that was interesting is when the repair mode was going, the water in all the cells that were bubbling actually looked kind of hazy, had a slight haze to it, so I mean, it was definitely doing something. But yeah, I know a lot of people want to know whether this repair mode works or not. Like I said, I don't know, maybe it's just this particular scenario, but definitely didn't work this time. And that was kind of the advice I was giving people before even trying this repair mode out. You know, for the cost of this charger, you're almost better off just spending the money and getting a new battery. So I don't know, I guess that's where I'm still at. You know, if your battery's weak or you're, you know, considering this repair mode, I mean, I would say just, you know, take the money you'd spend on buying this charger and just get yourself a new battery, give it a full charge, and then keep it on a maintainer. I think some of these batteries, they just get to the point where you're really not going to bring them back. So, you know, the other thing, at least if you've got a battery that's suspect, I mean, you're better off just getting a new battery, in my opinion. You know, and you know that something's going wrong, like you don't want to get stranded somewhere. So yeah, unfortunately for NOCO, doesn't look like it really worked that well. So there you go. There's the results. Sure, some people are going to be pretty unhappy about that, but there it is.